What is good, y'all? It's Anime K here, and we are back with another video. Now, today, we're going to be talking about what if Neji didn't die. Now, if you guys see it here on the screen, my TikTok's there. I did a video on why Neji's death was, in fact, so stupid. And I know most of the fan base was annoyed at his death, or at least half of the fan base was definitely, it was like split 50-50 on whether his death was actually necessary or not, or if it was actually a good thing now. But today we're going to be talking about if Neji didn't die. So my first point here would be he will surpass any Hyuga before him and would have became the head of the Hyuga family. So after the war arc, I definitely think Neji would have become head of the Hyuga family and would have played a big role in Konoha, him being so strong and being smart and being great. I feel like he would have definitely had a really big role in Konoha. I'll talk about what role he probably would have had in a bit, but first I want to talk about, if you remember after the time skip, Neji was the first one out of the Konoha 13 to be promoted to a Jonin. Now, if you look at the information, here that I actually excited to look this up, excited to remember what age he actually became a Jonin. He became a Jonin at 15 and skipped being a Chunin, so he got promoted straight from a Genin to a Jonin. And so if you know the different type of roles, you got a Genin, you got a Genin, Chunin, and Jonin. He basically skipped a level because that's how much ahead of everyone else he was. And he, like I said, he was the first one in his class to become a Jonin. Sakura didn't, Rock Lee didn't, Tenten, Ino, all these kind of smart characters. None of them, even Shikamaru. So that's how you can tell the level Neji was on. So I definitely think after the war arc, he definitely would have played a massive role in Konoha. Now that moves me on to my next point. What role would he have played? I think he definitely would have been an advisor for Naruto, the same way Shikamaru is. I think him and Shikamaru and Naruto would have definitely, like, he would have the same role as Shikamaru, and I think that would have been great. He would have been able to give Naruto just as much great advice. He would have been a big help for Naruto. He could have, Naruto could have sent him on missions that he couldn't have gone on, but he definitely would have still played a big role in Konoha. Another role in Konoha that I think he would have played is he would have became the head of the Hyuga family. Now, he was already set to be, now it's never been done. It's never, I can't get, what is up with me right now? Sorry guys. There's never been a branch family member to become head of the Hyuga family, but I definitely think Neji would have been an exception. But like I already told you some feats, I already told you some things about him before, how he became a Jonin. So I think he definitely would have had to be the head of the Hyuga family. Now, look, obviously you got Hinata, but Neji, let's be real, Neji was just better than Hinata. And I definitely feel like if he was still alive, he would have been stronger than her, because he was stronger than her before his death anyway. And he's always really been stronger than Hinata anyway, while they were both still alive. So I definitely think he would have been the head of the Hyuga family and would even lead young Hyugas and train Hyugas and make them even stronger. I just definitely feel like I just don't see any other person that would have been the head of the Hyuga family unless Hinata's dad was still the head. Now my third point, now you guys might think this is a weird point or a silly point. Well, not a silly point, but he would have been a great role model for Boruto and Himari. Now what I mean by that, with Himari, she's got the Byakugan, so he would have helped her get stronger with the Byakugan, maybe even more than Hinata or Hinata's sister could, Hanabi, more than Hinata or Hanabi could have helped her out with. And in terms of a role model for Boruto, if you remember the time travel arc where Boruto and Sasuke go back to the village of the past, and he talks to Neji, even a young Neji gives Boruto some great advice on Naruto and gives him more insight on what life was like for Naruto. I feel like he would have done this in the Boruto series, and maybe Boruto would have had a better understanding of what Naruto was like earlier, so we didn't have to have about 50 odd episodes of Boruto just hating his dad and not realizing what he had to be through. And I feel like he would have been a great role model to the both of them kids, and the rest of the Hyuga family especially, and he would have played a great uncle role in that sense. So now a lot of you guys might be thinking, it's not really a valid maybe you know, I think it's a valid point, but I feel like all these points are moments that we missed out on just because Kishimoto decided to kill off Neji. And I think about it a lot because Neji was he was one of my favorite characters in the show. Definitely, I feel like they should have gave him more screen time. I feel like they should have gave him more power ups, maybe more ninjutsu. I don't know, just something else, because I always feel like Neji was one of them characters, yeah, where he had so much potential, but then got killed off. Same as Rock Lee, you know, same as what's his name with the Fang on Fanga, and what's his name with Kiba, same as Kiba as well, same as even Ino as well. We missed out on Neji being a big role in and playing a big role in Boruto, and I wish we got to see him in Boruto. But moving on to my next point, moving on to my fourth point, he most likely would have married Tenten. Now, if you remember, him and Tenten kind of had a little thing going on. I didn't really see it when I first really watched it, but I guess they had a lot of thing going on. It wasn't really like a Naruto and Hinata, or a Sasuke and Sakura, where it was like a one-sided love, or one loved the other, or anything like that. But they were definitely close in some way, and Tenten definitely looked up to Neji. Definitely, you know, even kind of sucking him off sometimes. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really gonna lie to you.
It's pointless. He can detect any attack as soon as it's launched. He can see almost 360 degrees with his Byakugan. No one should be surprised. You haven't even begun to see his full powers. It's an ultimate defense, even more impenetrable than Gar's shell of sand.
But I thought them guys would have had kids. He would have had kids with Tenten, and you know, it would have been great to see Neji in a father role, and it would be great to see how strong his kids would have been. You know, with the maybe his kid having the Byakugan and then being able to use Tenten's abilities with weapons. I thought that would have been. I think that would have been a great kid. You know, a Hyuga with a Byakugan, but also uses weapons as well, not just gentle fists. So I think that would have been great to see Neji in a parental role. And great to see him in love, because Neji deserved better, man. Everything he'd been through, losing his father, you know, being part of the Branch family, he definitely deserved that. He definitely deserved to get married and have kids, and that would have been great as well. And moving on to my final part on what would have happened if Neji didn't die, is Neji becoming Hokage. Now, what you probably thinking, no, Naruto's Hokage, right? I get that, but if there's ever a moment where Naruto has to step down as Hokage, or for whatever reason, or you know, knock on wood, if Naruto was to ever die, I thought Neji would have been the perfect candidate for Hokage. Now, there's there's different candidates that you can choose from. You can choose from Sakura, maybe even Shikamaru, but I think Shikamaru is better as an advisor, but that's not to say he won't be good as Hokage. You have maybe Kiba, because you know, I know Kiba wanted to become Hokage, you know, but you've got different candidates. But I feel like Neji would have been a great candidate. He's level-headed, he's smart, he'd be able to make the right decision, he's strong. Obviously, because he would have got significantly stronger after the war arc, so he definitely would have been strong. So he's strong, level-headed, he's good at making decisions, he's someone that people respect in the village, he's someone as being the head of as he would have been, I think, being the head of the Hyuga family. And obviously I've heard a lot of people talk about this as well, and I felt Neji would have been the perfect Hokage, if not an advisor to Naruto. But look, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Tell me if you agree or disagree with any points that I've made. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button. And look, all I'm trying to say is, look, Neji would have been a great character if he just stayed alive. I thought you could have, I don't know, you could have maybe injured him or something like that, or maybe near-death experience, but you didn't have to die. That's what I'm saying. But there's been Anime K, and peace. I am out.